Yeah, we can't just talk shit today, y'all. We can't just talk shit today. Today's about solutions. God, yeah, that's a pretty dope view. Natural light. Got the apple and the orange, water, and gas. Extremely high quality. You know, one thing about cannabis that I'll say, probably can't really tell, but it's about as good as it gets. One thing about weed, you know what's crazy? I had a friend, he's still one of my best friends today, and he always will be. But we used to gas every day, right? We used to be obsessed with like quitting smoking. And at the time, it made sense. Like, yeah, bro, we gotta quit smoking. Cause like, me and my friend will be sitting there in the car, just gassing in the car. Swisher leaves. We just cop some gas, whatever, whatever. And we would get so high that we would be like, bro, let's just stop. We're done. We're done. They used to call me Trippy in Louisville. He'd be like Trippy, Trippy, let's quit. Or I would say it like, man, we gotta quit. If you're black and you smoke, you've probably done that before. You get so high, like, man, I might fuck around and quit smoking. Like, we gotta quit. Well, years later, I understand that was so fucking stupid. Why were we spending that much energy on quitting smoking? That's such a low problem on the totem pole of world problems. Like your daily mission, unless you're strung out on weed and you're genuinely getting held back and it's genuinely somehow fucking your life up that bad for some reason, yeah, by all means, quit. But to spend that much, okay, when you wake up in the morning, the average human probably sleeps 8 hours a day. So that's 16 hours the average human is awake. How are you spending those 16 hours? You have a certain amount of brain power, RAM, like you have a certain amount of space. Like, how are you directing your human God brain power? And me and my friend were directing a lot of it towards quitting smoking weed. Like, that's such a dumb. Whether you smoke or don't smoke, that's a low problem on the totem pole. I worry about child trafficking, poverty, obesity. You know what I'm saying? I worry about the real problems of the world. To sit there and expend that much energy on trying to quit smoking, are you kidding me? Whether you think smoking's good, whether you think smoking is bad, to expend your limited brain power on deciding to quit, to make it your personality, is absurd. One can smoke all he wants and still generate an income. One could not smoke. There's people who don't smoke and they're extremely depressed, obese. To make it your personality, to expend that much brain power on, you know, like it's just, whether you smoke or don't smoke, it's an illusion. The illusion of smoking. Whenever a white person in a suit and a comb over invests in a huge weed dispensary, he's an investor. He's an entrepreneur. He's an innovator. But when a black person with dreads got a pound of weed in his trunk and he's selling it, he's a nigger. He's a thug. It's low vibrational. Whenever you see 10 black dudes that look like me or fully black dudes, whenever you see us smoking, you think, oh, that they have no job. That's a bunch of criminals over there smoking. But when the white person, the hippie with the long hair, yeah, dude, he's just a laid back hippie. Don't mind him. It's an illusion to roll this weed and smoke it and look bad. like I just stopped caring. That's just not something that I worry about on a daily basis. If I'm gonna smoke weed or not, my mind is worried about ultra huge. Like I'm gonna have the biggest fitness company on the globe. I'm gonna decrease the American obesity rate to 0% by 2030. World peace by 2030. To expend brain power, limited. The average human is only awake 16 hours a day. They sleep for 8. There's 16 hours in your day. How do you spend it? I'm going to spend hours of my day trying not to smoke, worrying about should I or should I not smoke? Is it bad? Like, that's just a weird channel. That's a weird channel. That's a weird... That is a weird channel to channel your energy to. Out of all the things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm actually super ass excited. Cause at first I was going live and it said I could save my live, or my very first live uploaded. And I was like, oh, I ain't trying to upload that. I wouldn't really. But then I realized, fam, even though barely anybody's watching it, because I just started my channel, years from now, they're gonna watch these old videos and make clips, and that's just gonna be extra content. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna clip this years from now when Fred Clinton's famous. But weed should not be a concern. I mean, like I said, to expend such energy on such topic, you know, like, I feel like to be great, you gotta have priorities. It's kind of like billionaires don't argue with their wives. You know, like, I'm worth $1 billion. Do I, you know, like, why am I'm valuable. I am a valuable, important person. I can make moves on this globe. I highly doubt a billionaire argues with his wife. Can't be, right? I'm sure some do. I'm sure there's billionaires that are cucks. I'm sure. But overall, it's like, I'm valuable. My brain power is valuable. How am I going to use it? I don't want to waste a second of my brilliant brain power. Look, this is not how the original live stream / podcast, whatever you want to call it, this is not how it's originally going to go. Of course, you know, once I can, so I'm in the Jacks right now. I'm just now starting my business. I'm just now hopping on this supreme God energy. I have just awoken to my God energy, so that's why I'm still broke, still struggling financially. That's why I'm still in this position. Guess what? It's the start, though. I've been posting content for months now. I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying? Here's what I'm trying to say. Once I get this laptop and I'm able to make my own, I've already got an album out. I've already got beats, but I'm saying because I can play music in the background. I can't because it'll get copyrighted. But I know how to make lo-fi. I know how to make any type of beat, or I can use my own music in the background. So in the future, there's going to be music in the back. Obviously, a better setup. And it's an awesome setup. I'm extremely grateful. It's an awesome setup. Like, I look good right now. This setup looks decent right now. Crackheads and crazy outside, but hey, I like coming from a place like this. But in the future, this podcast, you know what I'm saying, this live is obviously gonna, yeah. But we gonna rock with what we got. This is the, bro, I have a tripod, I have an iPhone, and I have internet. That is the fucking holy trinity. You can become a fucking billionaire with an iPhone, a tripod, and Wi-Fi. And a winner's mentality. But no, this is a, I know I always get on camera and talk shit and dog a lot of people. But this is a more serious episode. Still gonna cut up, obviously. Because I don't take nothing serious. I don't take nothing serious. I was always that kid. Bro, I'm an alien, bro. I genuinely am so different than, I don't, bro. My ADHD brain just. But we're gonna talk about action. We always talk about the fucking problem. Oh, bro, hold on. Let me. I can't tell if. Might as well keep this right here. It's just a light. But you know, we always talk shit about the problem. We're so good at women ain't virgins. Men are weird. You know, we're so good at yeah, the white man controls us. The government control. We're so good at, you know what I'm saying, observing the problem. But we never talk about solutions. Like, okay, so what do we do? Like, I've had people in my comments ask a good question. I made a post the other day on TikTok. I think it was yesterday. And world peace by 2030. No obesity by 2030. And somebody was like, what's the first step? And you see, that's why I'm making this episode. This one is called Action. Here's what you do. Action. Tune in for the entire thing. Boom, cutscene. But yeah, in the future, you know, our setup's gonna be a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like people will appreciate these old episodes. Right now, it's my present. I'm a time traveler. I'm saying hello to the future people here in a couple months, couple years that's watching this old episode 2 of the World Peace by 2030 podcast, live, show, whatever. This is the new age TV. You know, back then we used to watch TV. Nowadays we watch streamers and podcasts. But that's a good thing because have you ever seen a TV show that genuinely teaches you things? Animal Planet, you know, there's science, there's Bill Nye, but like, I'm talking about like adults. It ain't nothing but bullshit ass TV shows. They ain't teaching you nothing. Not like somebody like me. I can sit here and go live for an hour or two and teach you and shake you and wake you up, shatter your fucking bones, wake you the hell up with just 1 hour with me. But I feel like y'all gonna appreciate this. You know, in the projects, you know what I'm saying? Got my girl's little dresser thing, you know what I'm saying? Flip backwards. You feel me? Got the exotic, got the fruit in the water. This the setup. And I love it. I like it. Look at this setup. That's how we got to start. Let's get this little roachy going. I'm not scared to hit a roach on live. I'm humble. When I'm rich, I'm not, because I don't have to. I ain't gonna lie. When I'm rich, I'll probably be smoking roaches still. We had a big bag the other day. We're smoking these. Grabba Fronto. But you know, when the bag gets small, you can't. You roll two. You spent $40. You smoke 2 blunts and gone. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make it last like 2 days. I'm gonna laugh at this a year from now when I'm copping pound bags in a legal state. I'm gonna laugh when I'm copping legal weed a pound at a time, sitting there laughing like, man, I used to smoke roaches. I used to smoke, still smoking exotic. Still, you know, we're blessed. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're struggling, but compared to where I'll be at in a year, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I believe it's important, like, to make these videos like this. Right now, I have 55 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm gonna laugh at this a year from now, a couple years from now. But these episodes are important. You don't want to wait till you get a following to teach people. I'm teaching the future people. Right now, no one's watching, got 0 viewers. But in the future, millions of people are going to see this. Let's start naming some problems in the world. Poverty, obesity, cheating, infidelity, jealousy, rape, hatred, child trafficking, racism, ignorance, abuse. Today we talk about how we solve those things. I'm not claiming to be, you see, whenever you have supreme confidence and God just flows through you, you get into the flow state. Right now, I'm in the flow state. Whenever someone is unbelievably confident like me, I can come off as a cult leader, come off as a schizophrenic weirdo. You're distracted. We have to take action on a day-to-day basis. It's 2025 and you still haven't started working out. It's 2025, dude. According to their calendar. I don't believe in time. I love America. You can just go live and just... Bro, shout out Young Pharaoh. Shout out Rashad Jamal. Shout out Bobby Hemmett. Shout out Andrew Tate. I love America. Just go live and just expose shit. Whenever you see unbelievable confidence, has anyone in your life, let me ask you watching this, has anyone in your life ever said, I'm going to decrease the obesity rate here in 6 years, here in 5 years? Like, no one just wakes up and says that because it's considered weird, right? Like, oh, but what? That's weird. What? It's weird. Why would you say that? We're not going to do that. Someone in my comments, actually, when I made that post on TikTok a couple days ago, I said, world peace by 2030. No obesity by 2030. I'm sitting there talking on the camera. I made a TikTok. Some dude said, You're a delusional weirdo, gang. That shit is not gonna happen. I'm what a disgusting, like, don't entertain that. That's low level demon. You know why? Demons can't exist when world peace happens. Demons ain't gonna be here. Their existence will be gone. That's why he was hating. I bet you that same person who made that comment, I guarantee you, whenever he scrolls through TikTok and he sees dumb shit, I bet you he don't leave comments under that. So what I'm posting is weird. Imagine scrolling through TikTok and you see me on camera in a nice Fred Clinton training polo shirt on, sitting at the library saying, look, no obesity by 2030. Imagine a world where everyone's high vibrational. No obesity by 2030. World peace by 2030. How the fuck can you extract something negative from that? So you don't extract nothing negative. I bet you he didn't leave a comment under the other weird brain rot that he watches every day, but he leaves a comment under mine. World peace by 2030. Can that be weird? You're the weirdo for not believing in it. You are admitting that you want rape to happen out here. Think about it. And the reason why I have to explain myself is because there are other aspiring young people who are currently paying attention to their haters. That's why I'm teaching you to not do that. When I the other episode, we talked about Kevin Durant. We're talking about a guy, $300 million, 7-foot genetics, NBA superstar. He was reading comments and was getting depressed. So I have to teach you guys how to handle haters, comments, because our generation is engulfed in social media. Well, even old people, so I can't even say younger generation. But there's been people kill themselves over social media. So many women. There was actually I think there was a girl like a couple miles up the road at fucking Boyle County. Rest in peace. She killed herself over online bullying, I'm pretty sure. So I have to teach people to not, if you are someone, not even a content creator, not even a whatever label, even if you're just a regular person, to pay attention to hating comments. It can drive you crazy. It can make you want to kill yourself. Kevin Durant said he got depressed. This guy has a, bro, imagine you wake up with $300 million. You've got millions of kids would die to meet you. They're buying your shoe. You've got fucking shoe deals. You're Kevin Durant. And you're letting these hating ass comments on Instagram bring you down? So these things must be talked about. Because I don't believe in gatekeeping. Someone like me, I can read the most heinous, disgusting comment and not care because I know the truth. But I have to say this on camera to teach people that do engulf in the comments. Not everyone has the wisdom that I have. There's even old people watching this. And look, I know if you're older than me and you're watching this, you're going to have to... I'm not saying I'm just the all-knowing genius and all of you are idiots. Far from what I'm saying. But I am saying that you got to admit, the shit I'm saying is facts. I know it resonates with you. I'm a very logical realist. Like, I'm just straight truth. An older person may have to humble themselves and listen to me because I'm 24 years old. You may have to humble yourself and listen to me. So, you want to know about action? Well, how do we decrease the American obesity rate to 0%, Fred Clinton? How the fuck is that going to happen? And before I answer that, I'm going to say I don't hide my plans. I'm not a coward. I'm not a kitten. I'm not a kitten. I'm not a coward. I'm not a vagina. So I don't hide in the shadows with my plan. I tell you to your fucking face. I look my oppressor in the face and tell him what I'm gonna do. I'm not a fucking coward in the fucking shadows. It's not like they're not already listening to us when we're asleep and our phone is next to us when you're talking to your girl. It's not like they don't already know that. You don't think they don't know that people like me exist? Sitting in the fucking room, contemplating world peace, strategizing this shit out. You don't. Do you really think that they're dumb and they don't think that we exist? So I'm not gonna sit here and hide my plan in a document, bro. They'll raid my house and fucking find it anyway. It like I'm gonna tell you right here on camera. First things first, you book a call with Fred Clinton Training, and you quit procrastinating and you start now. Because a year from now, you're gonna say fucking thank you, future self, for just starting now. I look amazing. My wife thinks I'm more attractive. Thank you. So first topic, obesity. How do we decrease the American obesity rate to 0% by 2030? Well, let's look at a couple stats. I'm gonna just pull these out of my ass, but we can come to a logical conclusion, and this is pretty accurate. What percentage of Americans have Netflix? Less or some type of streaming service where they watch brain rot, anything, YouTube, Netflix. What percentage of Americans have a streaming app that they get on at home? We can say like 80 to 90%. Let's just say 80. 80% of Americans are gonna watch something. They consume some type of content somewhere. TV, Netflix, radio. We can really say 90 plus, but I'm gonna be nice and say 80% of Americans have some type of entertainment, external entertainment that they go to. If Netflix has the power to influence 80% of Americans, why can't Fred Clinton Training? Why can't my app, my streaming service, have access to 80% of Americans? What makes Netflix so much better than Netflix is brain rot. Netflix will never. What Netflix provides is cheap dopamine that's killing you. What I provide is the opposite. I get you your dream physique mentally and physically. Your spouse looks at you better. You look at yourself better. Your kids look at you better. Your kids get motivated. Your kids are going to be proud when their dad sheds all that damn fat and looks amazing. So it's, how can you extract anything negative from what I just said? How? So there's nothing wrong with Netflix controlling 80% of people's TV, but Fred Clinton Training with my app and my website, fredclinton.com. But, oh, see? Why would that be weird? Think outside the box. I understand. I don't commit any crimes. I do not commit any crimes. This is CBD weed. I don't commit any crimes. So I'm allowed to talk shit because I don't do anything. I've never killed anybody. I've never sold crack. I don't sell drugs. I don't commit violence to people. I just use my free speech on camera. I've never influenced anybody to be violent, and I never will, unless it's self-defense. So that's why I'm so comfortable talking shit, because I don't do nothing illegal. I think that's what's brilliant about the entire thing. But think outside the box. Hold on. what did Netflix do to get so popular? Hold on, what could Fred Clinton do to be on every American's TV screen? Instead of some random show, some random brain rot making you fatter, making your brain weaker, making you fiend for dopamine, some fake show that doesn't exist. These people literally go to school and they have degrees in fucking how to make you addicted, how to make you. Every episode ends with a fucking cliffhanger. Bro, instead of watching that, what if you was watching me motivate you and speak truth? How different it'd be if 80% of people was watching the Fred Clinton team. Motivate them instead of Netflix. Think outside the box. Make a cryptocurrency to do with fitness, and there are what's it called? Not stipend, not endeavors. What's it called? Incentives. There's incentives with this because, shout out to Andrew Tate saying that there's a mass tokenization happening. Everything's going to have its own token. Trump has his own token. Every business has its own token now. It's like a mass tokenization. Everything, every meme, every brand is going to have a meme, is going to have a coin. With crypto going up and up and up and up every year. So that's how I'll decrease the American obese rate to zero. I'm thinking outside the box. Do you catch my drift? Do you catch my drift? I'll tell y'all my plan in your face. They tell us in our face. Through The Simpsons, through all these movies. They tell us to our face. They speak directly to us. I'll tell you to your face, bro. Because obviously, could I start a huge, which I will, could Fred Clinton start a huge worldwide trend? Somehow make working out super trending and viral? Could I put a dent? Yeah, but that would really increase it by like 10 or 20% of Americans. A lot of Americans, you know what I'm saying? Let's go deeper than that. That's great. And I will do that. I want to completely erase obesity by 2030. Not decrease it by 50%. Not decrease it by eliminate obesity. And it's weird how so many people watching this, bro, you're delusional. That's not gonna happen. Bro, Satan has brainwashed you to have a realistic mind. Do you know what humans are capable of accomplishing? Like, believe in yourself for once. Like, for once, think of yourself highly. Probably take a couple drags away from my girl to get back. Like, for once, think of yourself highly, man. Next problem. Poverty. Okay. Poverty. That's a tricky one. There's two answers, but I'm only going to give one. Actually, I'll give two. I'm going to make it quick. That way, I know nowadays people got TikTok brain. So look, poverty. Here's how we get rid of poverty. We're going to have to get rid of capitalism. We're going to have to be family oriented, and everyone has their own land, and we live according to nature. There's enough land. There's enough resources on this planet. There's more places. I believe we're surrounded by an ice wall, and there's other land masses they don't tell you about. They say oil's limited. They say that way they can jack the prices up and give you the illusion. How the fuck would we know, the common peasant? Oh, these billionaires are telling us the truth. Get the fuck out of here. Oil is unlimited. Water is unlimited. They give you the illusion that it's not so that you pay for it. And not only do you pay for it, you won't do shit about inflation. You'll pay for it and pay more and more and more. So to get rid of poverty, we're going to have to learn how to be self-sustainable. Because what? Okay, see, that's why I said there's two answers. Because for one, if most people don't have land, 99% of people don't got shit. They don't got no land, animals, and farms. Only 1% of America would be straight if the internet shut down, Kroger, Walmart shut down. What if right now, every store, every internet, every store, the water shut off, internet shut off, electric? What if everything just shut off right now? Boom. 99% of Americans are relying on Walmart, Kroger, running water, having a plumber come fix it, having maintenance come up here. You know, so we can say fuck the system and fuck, but if they really shut this shit off, a lot of us would be fucked. So what's the true answer to get rid of poverty? The best conclusion that I've came up with is I plan to become the richest man in history, richer than Mansa Musa. Then we can start building mega wells and people, and then we can start paying for a lot and then get rid of poverty a lot more. Food don't cost a lot. Bro, we have over 1,000 times as much. Bro, Elon Musk could cure poverty 10 times. It don't cost that much to grow vegetables and meat and grow like mega farms. Bro, they have self-sustainable technology. Bro, because the common person will say, well, you gotta pay, bro, it's all bullshit. No, it all grows naturally. You think the higher self would make an earth where humans had to be greedy? It doesn't, it's fake, brother, sister, it's fake. They got you thinking this shit's limited, bro. So how to get rid of poverty? Let's think about let's think about this logically. How are we gonna get rid of poverty? Time. Time is how. The world is healing. The world is getting better. Let's think, because I have like 5 answers, but let's think about this logically. How can we no bullshit, no just talking, genuinely. When I say world peace by 2030, I'm genuine. It's not satire. No obesity by 2030. How can we get rid of poverty? So we know there's enough land and there's enough resources for every human on Earth, fucking 100 times over. So how do we get our land and our resources back? Well, these billionaires, they own all the land and they own all the animals and the companies, and you know what I'm saying? If you choose to go to an organic farm or a slaughterhouse or it's way higher. You can go get a pack of meat from Walmart for cheap, but you gotta pay all this money for a real grass fed in somebody's farm. Fam, would you rather die fighting or live and comply and be a slave? You think these people are gonna just wake up and give us our land back on a Tuesday? Ah, you know what? Here's y'all's land back. We're going we're going to burn down all the Walmarts. We're going to plant the plant the fruit and vegetable seeds y'all used to have. Y'all's mega farms. You think they're just going to wake up and randomly give it back? We're going to have to slowly teach yourself and teach others. That's how we get rid of poverty. The same money, first of all, the same money that our community uses for drugs, Jordans, weed, liquor, take that same money and feed people with it. All I can really say is be patient. There's no straight answer, because I'm not famous at the time making this video, but by the time y'all are seeing it and people really start watching this, I'll be mega famous, and by then I can make big moves. So my plan is to take over the financial system of the world, because it's an immoral system and I don't subscribe to it. I was born in 2000. I was born into a system I didn't agree on. I didn't vote for capitalism. I didn't vote to have to pay for apples. I didn't vote to have to pay for this. I was born into a system that I didn't agree on. So yes, I'm gonna sit here and say I'm gonna take over the financial system, because it's a bullshit system. We were here in America first. They came and took our land, and they're gonna give us. No, fuck that. It's our land. How to get rid of poverty. You have to use their system against them. So when you go to work, when you're on the bus, whatever you're doing, put your intention behind it towards something positive. If the humans watching this just clicked and blinked their eyes and just cured their brain, start being nicer, quit buying dumb shit, start helping the homeless, quit buying dumb shit, start investing in charities or anything constructive. Just with small human efforts, we can decrease poverty by a lot. If you're a real one, you understand the story of the inner earth beings. And Yakub is the evil, big-headed scientist. Yashmal is the big-headed good one. Yashmal said, over time, the world will heal through genetics. We know that the world was black once upon a time, and the white gods and the white barbarians, the story's kind of confusing. Basically, white people. Turned us inside out. Used our knowledge against us because we was nice. We didn't have knowledge of rape, cannibalism. We didn't have knowledge of that when they did that to us. Well, those people's birth rates are declining. The planet will be black. Black people are growing more than any other race, as whites are declining. There are so many mixed people in America. I'm from Harrisburg, Kentucky. It's like the home of a black dude messing with a white girl. It wasn't that many mixed kids that many years ago. This is what old people tell me. This out of their mouth. They lived it. They lived back then. They always tell me it wasn't a lot of mixed people back then. Now that the world's becoming more and more mixed, it's like light skinned kids everywhere. Well, genetics are taking over. Yashmal explained. Matter of fact, that's on my work list. I'm gonna watch that video again. Let me add that to my work list. But Yashmal was the good big-headed dude. And he says time will tell. Yashmal explained that he doesn't have to use physical violence to accomplish his goal of the wrongdoings of Yakub. Genetics will solve it. The planet will be black again. So that's how we solve all. The world is becoming more and more black. This is going to sound so ridiculous, but I swear to God, this is the truth. All the problems we can sit here and name, poverty, child trafficking, any problem we can name, it starts with your physical and mental health. You have got to practice meditation. You have got to have knowledge. You have got to get in shape. If you're fat and you're going to have a heart attack tomorrow night, what's the point of anything? You could build the fucking cure for the most. Doesn't matter. You're dead tomorrow because you're fat and your heart's messed up. So isn't that proof that physical health comes first? Isn't that proof that physical health comes first? So let's start with that. Step 1. Get in physical and mental shape. Heal your traumas. Think of what the person did to you, what you're traumatized about. Forgive that person. Not in person. Forgive them. And move on. Don't hold that hate in your heart. Understand the process of the universe. Eventually, we will be in world peace. Think of the bright side of things. We will be there. Heal your traumas, get in shape, have a healthy mind, and meditate. You have to start there. Before we start this grand plan, bro, physical health comes first. You can make the biggest grand plan in the world. If you're gonna die tomorrow because your health is messed up, what does anything matter? Health first. That may not make sense. How do you get rid of poverty? By working out. Trust me. We gotta take steps. We try and take steps. Get in shape physically. Start meditating. Get in shape mentally. FredClinton.com. I don't care if you're watching this 10 years from now. FredClinton.com will always be there. I don't like companies who always, they gotta shut down, maintenance, 24/7, 25/8. Any time of day, book a fucking call. I act on now, action. Get in shape, get in mental shape. That's how we solve it. That's the first step. Anything you do don't matter. If you're suicidal and you want to kill yourself, what the fuck does anything that you're doing in life matter? You're gonna kill yourself. You're not gonna exist. Proof that mental health and physical health is the first steps to solving the world. And once we're, as black people, financially stable, then we can talk about step 2. But we gotta get in shape first. We gotta get in shape mentally and physically. Heal our traumas. How do you heal trauma? Do the obvious things. Eat healthy, work out, meditate. But you gotta forgive the person who traumatized you. Don't gotta forgive them in person. Just mentally forgive them. Don't be their friend. Don't be friendly. Just forgive them. Do breathing exercises. Chest up, in through your nose, out your mouth, 9 times. That's what I was going to say. At the start of the next one, we're going to meditate. At the start. When I get my laptop and everything, when we start the show, I play my own ambient music or my own beat, my own, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll meditate and set the vibe, you know what I'm saying? These are just rough drafts. These are just me getting these episodes out. You want the solutions? I'm giving you them. Can you sit there and look me square in the eyes and say my mental health and my physical health is top notch? Come on, bro. You know you got problems, physical problems. You don't got a 6-pack. You don't feel good. You might have erectile dysfunction. You're depressed. So how can first step, mental and physical health? You are simply just going to have to get up and do it. Because what if I gave you a grand plan right now? You think the average person, if I had a world genius plan, who's going to sit there and actually It's time too. Just like Yashmal said, it's time. Over time, time heals all. You get cut in the arm, time heals it. The oppressors know they can only rule for so long. If you watch the video, type in big head scientist Yakub. The evil understands they can only rule so long. Evil is so absurd in the universe. I think it's 1,000 years. That's their limit. You can only have a civilization of built on evil and lies for 1,000 years. Of course, peace is infinite. Because let's be real, what can we truly do until we get physically straight? Okay, we've already been wasting time for tens of years. We've already been okay, cool. We've already been wasting time. At least now start working out and start meditating. FredClinton.com. Start working out, meditating. Get personal training. Get help. Meditate. If everyone on a mass scale did that, our minds would be more clear and healthier. Our brain fog would be gone and we could start focusing our energy. Because when a fat person gets in shape, they become disciplined. They start wanting to... And if most people are fat, that's most people. Come on, bro. Solutions. Solutions. We discuss problems at length daily. Now we discuss solutions. You know, I've had a lot of people say I eat a lot. Like, man, you eat so much. Is it a coincidence that I'm the most athletic kid to ever come through Kentucky? It's my power. Boy, when I get rich, will my life change? See, when you're poor, you gotta put up with negative interactions with females. Cause you're not rich enough to just leave and go to fucking Jamaica for a week. But yeah, just work out, bro. Ignore the hype. Ignore the bullshit, bro. Ignore your girl in your ear talking about something that's not important, bro. Worry about these kids. Get rich. Worry about these kids. We're gonna start a huge organization, 720 spiral. Huge things coming. And I'm one of the people who, when I say something, I mean it. I hate when people's words don't have any substance to them. It's annoying listening to a bullshitter all day. You don't even know what he's saying is real or not. Anything that he said could be a lie. Let me get a little personal here. I'm in a situation that when you broke, living under her rules, bruh. When I'm rich, be a very happy man, very free man. Oh, where are you tripping? Shit. Go to my house in Africa. Go to my mansion in Ghana. See you. Y'all have no idea the situation I'm in. It's pure frustration and things I'm around every day, bro. It's just Satan's minions. Can't stop this God energy.